Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name.
I, William S. Dato,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend
that I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California
and the Constitution of the State of California
against all enemies,
against all enemies,
foreign and domestic.
foreign and domestic,
That I will bear true faith
that I will bear true faith
and allegiance
and allegiance
to the Constitution of the United States
to the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California.
and the Constitution of the State of California,
That I take this obligation freely,
that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of evasion.
or purpose of evasion,
And that I will well and faithfully
and that I will well and faithfully
discharge the duties
discharge the duties
upon which I'm about to enter.
upon which I am about to enter.
Justice McConnell. Pleasure.
Thank you all for being here. I'm overwhelmed by the turnout and by the show of support. There are so many thank yous, and I will be making a number of those individually in the coming days. But there are several that need to be expressed here and now. Let me start by thanking Governor Brown and the Commission for the faith they have shown in me. A special thanks to Josh Groban and the people in the Governor's office for helping make this as human a process as possible. And thank you to Justice McConnell and my new colleagues at this court for their warm welcome and their assistance in the transition process. I look forward to working with each one of you. I want to thank and acknowledge my family. As Attorney General Becerra said, family is so important. And in particular, my wife Debbie has been my closest confidant throughout this entire process. So thank you, Deb, thank you. Two of my children, Christian and Mary Beth, are here, my brother Bob and his family. My dad passed away several years ago, and I really wish he could be here, but I think I know what he would be saying if he were. There's one other person who I feel is here today in spirit, who I'd like to acknowledge. Steve Kelly was the clerk of this court for many years before his untimely passing. And sometime after being appointed to the Superior Court, I happened to be in his office one day meeting about something. And when we had finished our conversation and I was leaving his office, Steve said, "I'm going to be so happy when I can get your chambers ready after you are appointed to this court." Now, those of you who know Steve know that he had a way of making everyone feel special. So for all I know, Steve may have said the same thing to every Superior Court judge he's been meeting with. But I don't think so. I'll end with a personal reflection, something that I touched on in my answer to the Chief's question. An appointment to the California Court of Appeal would be an enviable capstone on any legal career, and I am very gratified. But this is so much more than a professional accomplishment. To understand that, you have to go back to January of 1979 and imagine a 23-year-old clueless second-year law student arriving at 350 McAllister Street in San Francisco to begin an externship with Justice Matthew Tobriner on the California Supreme Court. And when I say clueless, I really mean